Good evening. I'm Katrina and I'm delighted to welcome you to our annual Light Up a Life event tonight here at Hospice. As a hospice team, we all play a vital role in supporting patients and their families at some of the most vulnerable times in their lives. But this year, as you can imagine, has been especially challenging for everybody, as we have all faced the impact and effect of COVID-19 and see it change the way that we live and work, as well as change the way that we grieve and celebrate the lives of loved ones. For us at Hospice, the pandemic has brought about many changes and challenges, both in the way we deliver our care and in the way that we work. This has included working tirelessly to keep the inpatient unit open to patients and their visitors, as well as embracing the use of technology to maintain and extend our community and bereavement care through the use of video calls and virtual consultations. And tonight's event is just another example of how we have adapted to this new world we find ourselves in. As a team, we know how important this event is, that this is the time when we stop, reflect, and remember those who are no longer with us, celebrating their lives together. As we cannot do this in person, we do this virtually instead, whether we're here in Jersey or further away in the UK or beyond. Be assured you are not alone. Be reminded that we are all in this together. Be comforted that you and those you love are not forgotten. And be part of tonight's service, joining in with the reflections and lighting your candle during the service. Thank you for joining us tonight. Stay safe and stay well this Christmas.
In honour of the special memories you hold in your heart, now, this Christmas and always, we place your dedications on our memory Christmas tree and remember together. Tonight we are here to remember the people we have loved, those precious people who are no longer a part of our lives but are in our hearts. We miss them and we grieve, but we are also deeply thankful to have known their love. Although we are unable to be together in person this year, we light up a life together from the comfort of our own homes. This evening we will reflect on our grief, courage, memories, love and hope as we light our 5 candles here at Hospice and listen to some readings. There will be music and time for reflection as we turn our Christmas tree lights on at the end of the evening. We'll invite you to light a candle at home in honour of your loved ones. As we live new day by new day, our loved ones too shall live, because they are a part of us as we remember them. Let us remember together this evening and let no one grieve alone. The first candle represents our grief. The pain of loss is intense and it reminds us of the depth of our love.
An excerpt from the book, It's Okay That You're Not Okay, by Megan Devine. Living in the reality of loss, telling the story. You might find that you tell the story of your loss again and again, even, or especially, to random strangers or people you've just met. Or, in your mind, you rehearse the events that led up to this again and again. That's all normal. Humans are storytelling creatures. It's why we have cultural mythologies, creation stories, and movies. Telling the story of this loss over and over, it's like we're looking for an alternate ending, a loophole, some way the outcome might have changed, could still change. Maybe we missed something. If we can only get the story right, none of this would be happening. If you can't tell your story to another human, find another way. Journal, paint, make your grief into a graphic novel with very dark storylines. Or go out to the woods and tell the trees. It's an immense relief to be able to tell your story without someone trying to fix it. The trees won't ask, "How are you really?" And the wind doesn't care if you cry. Please know that if the outside world feels too harsh or too saturated with all things grief, you aren't being too sensitive. The world is full of things connected to your grief. If there's anything that gives you even a moment's relief or respite, move towards that. It makes no difference what it is. Finding a break in grief is nearly impossible, but those occasional breaks are necessary. A day or more inside a blanket fort of your own choosing is healthy.
The second candle represents our courage to confront our sorrow, to comfort each other, to change our lives.
How should we be able to forget those ancient myths that are at the beginning of all peoples? The myths about dragons that at the last moment turn into princesses. Perhaps all the dragons of our lives are princesses who are only waiting to see us once beautiful and brave. Perhaps everything terrible is in its deepest being something helpless that wants help from us. So you must not be frightened if a sadness rises up before you, larger than any you have ever seen. If a restiveness, like light and cloud shadows, passes over your hands and over all you do. You must think that something is happening within you, that life has not forgotten you, that it holds you in its hand. It will not let you fall. Why do you want to shut out of your life any uneasiness, any miseries or any depressions? For after all, you do not know what work these conditions are doing inside you.
The third candle we light in your memory for the times we laughed, the times we cried, the times we were angry with each other, the silly things we did, and the joy.
And I will light a candle for you to shatter all the darkness and bless the times we knew. Like a beacon in the night, the flame will burn bright and guide us on our way. Oh, today I light a candle for you. The seasons come and go, and I'm weary from the change. I keep on moving on, you know it's not the same. And when I'm walking all alone, do you hear my name? Do you hear me sing the songs we used to sing? You filled my life with wonder, touched me with surprise. Always saw that something special deep within your eyes. And through the good times and the bad, we carried on with pride. I hold onto the love and life we knew. And I will light a candle for you to shatter all the darkness and bless the times we knew. Like a beacon in the night, the flame will burn bright and guide us on our way. Oh, today I light a candle for you.
The fourth candle we light for love. Day by day we cherish the special place in our hearts that will always be reserved for you. We thank you for the gift your life brought to each of us.
Love lives on. Those we love are never really lost to us. We feel them in so many special ways. Through friends they always cared about, and dreams they left behind. In beauty that they added to our days. In words of wisdom we still carry with us, and memories that will never be gone. Those we love are never really lost to us, for everywhere their special love lives on.
This fifth candle is for hope. It reminds us of love and memories of you that are ours forever.
An extract from the book The Star Thrower by Lauren Isley. Once, on ancient Earth, there was a human boy walking along a beach. There had just been a storm and the starfish had been scattered along the sands. The boy knew the fish would die, so he began to fling the fish into the sea. But every time he threw a starfish, another would wash ashore. An old Earthman happened along and saw what the child was doing. He called out, "Boy, what are you doing?" "Saving the starfish," replied the boy. "But your attempts are useless, child. Every time you save one, another one returns, often the same one. You can't save them all, so why bother trying? Why does it matter anyway? called the old man. The boy thought about this for a while, a starfish in his hand. He answered, "Well, it matters to this one." And then he flung the starfish into the welcoming sea.
Christmas night, another fight, tears we cried a flood. Got all kinds of poison in my blood. I took my feet to Oxford Street, trying to right a wrong. Just walk away, those windows say, but I can't believe she's gone. When you're still waiting for the snow to fall, doesn't really feel like Christmas at all. Up above, candles flicker, oh they flicker and they float. And I'm up here holding on to those chandeliers of hope, like some drunken Elvis singing. I go singing out of tune, saying how I always loved you, darling, and I always will. Oh, when you're still waiting for the snow to fall, doesn't really feel like Christmas at all. Still waiting for the snow to fall, it doesn't really feel like Christmas at all. Those Christmas lights light up the street, down where the sea and city meet. May all your troubles soon be gone. Oh, Christmas lights keep shining on. Those Christmas lights light up the street. Maybe they'll bring her back to me. Then all my troubles will be gone. Oh, Christmas lights keep shining on. Oh, Christmas lights light up the street, light up the fireworks in me. May all your troubles soon be gone. Those Christmas lights keep shining on. There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain. All those places have their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares is with you, and these memories lose their meaning. When I think of love as something new, though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
Thank you, Finley, for that heartfelt performance.
In honour of your courage, grief, memory, love and hope, we will switch on the Christmas tree lights here at Hospice for the first time this year. Our lights will be lit every day between now and the 6th of January in memory of all our loved ones. Keep safe and have a very happy Christmas.
With our Christmas tree lights switched on, we would like to invite you to join us at home by lighting a candle in memory of those who are no longer with us. Thank you for sharing this evening to light up a life and remember with us.